This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, Reds fans, and welcome to another fantastic installment of the Reds POSTCAST, brought to you by the Locked On Reds and Locked On Media Network, where we discuss the 2025 Ohio Cup champion Cincinnati Reds. You heard it right, folks. Ohio Cup is home in its rightful place. I'm Tim Daniel. I've been covering the Reds in podcast form for 5 years at former publications such as Late Night Reds and The Riverfront, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys tonight as we discuss a fantastic victory, our fourth win in a row for our beloved Cincinnati Redlegs. Today's show is brought to you by Game Time, where if you sign up, new customers can sign up and get $20 off using the code LOCKEDONMLB on their first order. On tonight's show, 2025 Ohio Cup champions. It finally happened. All it took was getting their manager. Right? Yeah, get it, huh? We're going to talk about Wade Miley making the start and honestly, just giving the Reds what they needed in that game. And we're going to talk about TJ Friedl continuing to build onto his all-star resume. I think that's a conversation we need to be having more and more now, guys. Patrick, I was really hoping you were going to end that with a pia. That would have been pretty awesome. And of course, I'm going to hear what you guys have to say as well, because I love interacting with you all. It's so wonderful to see you all tonight. So excited for a really fun day. Let's get started.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Light your victory cigars. Go ahead and head down to Fountain Square. Let's all party. Let's pop champagne. Let's put the ski goggles on. Let's spray all over the place. Let's celebrate a good time, because the Cincinnati Reds got the 2025 Ohio Cup back, baby. And it's been a long time coming as well that it's come back. I'm just kidding. But it is nice to beat the Guardians. It's really nice to get a win. 4 straight wins against a team like that, who've been really good for a really long time. A team you've really struggled to beat. A team you consistently tied a lot with in this interstate rivalry. And today you finally got a way to clinch and get the best of them. And all it took was getting Terry Francona to be your manager, right? But all jokes aside, what a fun game. Come out and score in the first couple innings. You feel pretty good. Cleveland comes back and puts 3 on the board, and then you literally scored the 2nd through the 7th inning and scored again in the 9th. Pretty nuts. Dave, that's a really good call. He says, finally, they're using the Rock's voice. I'm sure Pat it is Jake Fraley. It is Fraley, yeah. Though I do love, Lane says, so proud of Jake Fraley, my beautiful Viking man. Man, just a really, really, really fun day. Will's calling Jake Fraley the MVP. I was laughing about this. So who did they name the most outstanding player of the Ohio Cup behind? Is it the Dave Burba most outstanding player trophy? Is that who it would go to? I feel like Dave Burba would be hilarious if that was it. Trying to think. It has to be someone who played for both teams. The Shin-Soo Choo trophy, the Drew Stubbs trophy, maybe the Aaron Boone trophy. Technically, Aaron Boone did play for the Indians/Guardians at the end of his career. So there are some names there. See, Pat, I like it, but Adam Dunn just had moments as a Red in the rivalry. He never played for the Guardians or for Cleveland, so we have to go there. But yeah, it's for sure got to be Will Benson. Will Benson has to win the Dave Burba Memorial Trophy. Absolutely. We're calling it the Dave Burba Trophy, guys. All right. Let's do the Brandon Phillips Trophy. That's a good one, Steven. I like that. But we're getting down here. Now I'm going to save TJ Friedl for a segment later, because I want to talk about him. But let's go through the top of the order, big picture. 6 for 18 from the top of the order tonight. That's what you want. After yesterday, the 7, 8, 9 guys carried the team. Today, you get the top of the order taking care of business. CES, another hit. Tyler Stevenson, another hit. Will Benson adding on to his Marcus. That's too soon. That's too soon, Marcus. We can't use that name. Using Will Benson adding on to the Dave Burba invitational resume that he's built here. Spencer Steer comes in, gets a base hit. Santiago Espinal has a hit. Jake Fraley tonight. 3. The Terry Francona Cup, Alex. That's a good one. Jake Fraley tonight. 3 hits, a homer, 2 singles. What a night for Jake Fraley. And then Connor Joe pinch hits and gets another solid hit as well. Josh, I'm with you. No Emilio Pagan hatred here. And Matt McClain didn't have his best offensive game coming off of yesterday, obviously, but defensively today was awesome. Was super great for the team. Made so many big plays for them. So just seeing the team as a whole have a day like this. 16 hits as a team tonight. You see they go, and they did leave 12 on base. They still struggle with runners in scoring position, but they just kept plugging away. And like I said, they scored a run in every inning from the 2nd to the 7th, and then scored that one again in the 9th. This is going to be something where we're seeing this thing kind of coming together now. And they're above 500 now, so they have a winning record after today. And they're rolling 4 in a row. It's been really nice to see. They really needed this. So I'm having a great time. I can tell you guys are having a great time. The chat is live tonight. I'm having a hard time keeping up with so many fun comments you guys are having here as well. It's really nice to see everyone being in a good mood and celebrating. Will, yes, Matty Gold Glove at second base. I think he's got to be in the conversation when all's said and done. Johnny G, nice picket fence game. I like that. Man, just a great night for the Redlegs. Jake Fraley, unreal tonight, man. TJ Friedl, awesome tonight. Just everything going the Reds' way, and they needed it for sure. Logan says we won a 14-game hitting streak. Yes, I did too. And one guy who really contributed tonight that was a little bit of a surprise was Wade Miley. Wade Miley had a night to remember in his first start of the season at GABP. And we're going to discuss that and more here right after this. Guys, you know it. It's you're sitting there on the couch, you're watching the Reds game, you need a quick bite to eat, you need a little bit of a snack to get you going. I'm going to tell you about my friends at Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1 ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. They're packed with fiber and better for you unsaturated fats to keep you feeling fuller again. I have done way too many flavors of Wonderful Pistachios now, as I've told you guys here on the show. My wife really loves them. I really love them. We've now done dill pickle was the latest one we tried. You can get that on Amazon. That's where we got it. And it was pretty great as well. And chili roasted, smoky barbecue, jalapeno lime. There's so many good flavors of these, and they all are fantastic. And it's good for you. You know, it substitutes for the potato chips. It substitutes for the pretzels. It's a nice grab and go snack for you that you can get out there and enjoy every time you want. It's got that satisfying crack of opening a shell. If you want that option, also has no shell options as well. So get snackin and get crackin with the snack packs of protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. There we go. All right. And when you have Wonderful Pistachios and you're hanging out at the ballpark and you're like, I just want a snack to take with me, but I still got to get my tickets, that's where Game Time comes in. Last minute, you're down at the banks, you're having a beer, and you think, hey, the Reds play in about 20 minutes. I'm going to get some tickets. What if you've never been to GABP before? What if you're just coming to Cincinnati for the first time and you want to see what do the seats look like? Game Time's got you covered there as well. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB, making it easy to browse the app for exciting upcoming MLB games, say like the Minnesota Twins coming to town, so you want to catch the Yankees here in a couple weeks, and you can also see what your seat views are right before you buy, so you know exactly where you'll be. Take the guesswork out of buying with Game Time. Download the Game Time app and create an account. Use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Want to say a shout out to our everydayers here on the Reds Postcast who are with me, shouting it out and having a great time each and every night talking about our Cincinnati Reds legs. If you are just checking me out for the first time, I want to go ahead and say welcome and thank you for coming here as well. If you are not just now subscribing, please be sure to hit the notification button, hit the subscription button. If you can't check us out on YouTube, find us on your podcast app of choice where you can not only get me after every single game, but you get Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds. Nikita says it right here. I have to applaud one. They are. I'm not just reading an ad. I really do love Wonderful Pistachios. My wife makes fun of me because she says I'm like the scene in Wayne's World because I watch the Reds games on an Amazon Fire Stick and I eat Wonderful Pistachios. The contractor, no, not bet on to any sponsor. She says that's me. So anyway, before we get down that rabbit hole, let's talk about where this game went into the Reds' favor. Where was the turning point in tonight's big victory?
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
I have to say, Jake Fraley. Reds fall down 3-2. Wade Miley has a tough inning. Jake Fraley ties the game up. And, man, what a nice play for him. So his 5th homer of the year makes it 3-3. And from there, the Reds take over. CES has a sac fly the next inning. Gavin Lux has a single off a left-handed pitcher to bring in Jake Fraley. And Will Benson adds to his Dave Burba Invitational Trophy for most outstanding player of the. Yeah, Pierre, you're right. That is Rake Fraley. Wade Miley today. So this is where I was really nervous about this game. And I listen to Jeff and Steve every day and hear what they have to say because I want to make sure that I don't step on their toes. And I really liked how they talked about today too, when they kind of said we're not calling this a throwaway game by any means, but oh, Scott, that's a good point. I should have gone with that. Matt cutting down Jose Ramirez. That was awesome. But Wade Miley just kind of wasn't great. Wasn't good, maybe, but good enough. Throws 5 innings for his first big league start of the year. Just 2 strikeouts, has 4 walks. But what really impressed me about what we got from Wade Miley tonight is 3rd inning. It looks like the game's getting away from him, right? He gives up 3 runs. Guardians take the lead. And you're like, oh man, I don't know. I don't know. This seems like maybe this might be worrisome. Goes out there his next 2 innings and just takes care of business and knocks him down. That was such a nice thing to see because while this team is without Hunter Green and while we're kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with Chase Burns as he just got called up to Louisville, what you got from Wade Miley tonight is exactly what you needed. And yeah, Will says right here, 78 pitches. So this has been, it was really solid. He was efficient with his pitches, even having that rough inning. So you absolutely take it. And man, that was awesome to see. So want to see him kind of hopefully build off that a little more. But yeah, Nikita says it here, was good enough. And that's exactly what the Reds needed tonight. Yeah, for sure. And after he goes out in the 5th, we get some solid bullpen outing. Ian Jabot knocks out an inning, also former Guardian. Graham Ashcraft, little here or there, does give up a homer to Bo Naylor. Wasn't his best outing. But Tony Santillan comes out, another flawless inning. And Emilio Pagan comes out, walks the first batter, then gets 2 strikeouts to end it. So, man, bullpen picking up where they left off in the Arizona series at home. Love to see it. And, other than Ashcraft out of the bullpen, no one threw more than 18 pitches. Ashcraft threw 22. Jabot threw 15, Santillan threw 10, Pagan threw 14. So you have to think those guys might be available tomorrow as well, if needed. So absolutely love that as well for a game series like this where they had to use a lot of guys here as well. Carey's in the house. I haven't seen Carey in a long time. It's good to see you. Jabot has been getting good when it's necessary, Pierre. I completely agree. So been absolutely awesome. Shout out the bullpen for keeping this run going. A big reason the Reds are on this win streak is the bullpen kind of taking things here as well. So with that being said, this was a close one today. There was a lot of guys you could have done it for, but you guys already named it. I'm going to follow your lead on that. Here's tonight's Locked On Player of the Game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I think it has to be Wade Miley, right? Not Wade Miley. I'm sorry. He could certainly earn it right, but I think it's Jake Fraley. Jake Fraley has to be the guy. So shout out Jake Fraley on an awesome day. 3 hits today, including the game tying homer, 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBI. Wonderful day for him. way to knock it out of the park for the squad. TJ Friedl is who we're going to wrap up the show tonight because he's the guy that gets it going. And tonight, he did it again. Solo shot homer in the third inning. You had to make it a 2-0 lead. To another additional hit there. Walks again. 2 for 5 tonight with a homer, an RBI, 2 runs scored, and a walk. And Johnny, that's pretty funny. I'm gonna actually screen post this real quick. I know I'm not really supposed to do it during the shows, but she'll laugh at that because she really enjoys it. So yeah, TJ Friedl tonight, kind of adding more to. I think he has to be an all-star. I don't know how you could deny him at this point. Now, will he start? Probably not. That's gonna be pretty hard to do. But how well he's played defensively, Will says right here, Gold Glove candidate. You have to think he's going to be in the conversation. He's been really good in center field this year. Has hit extremely well at the top of the order. Has done everything Terry Francona challenged him to do in spring training when he said, "Hey, you're my leadoff guy, and you're the guy that's going to go out there and take care of business and get everything going for this team." And you see it when he has these days where he gets on base to start the game. Thank you, Nikita. I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you. The team seems to follow his lead really easily. It seems like he's just the fire starter. He is just Captain Chaos is what I've heard some people here call him. And yeah, Josh, I am people here. I'll be honest. I really worried that 2024 was who we're going to see from him. I didn't know if he had this back in him with how much older he was and how close he potentially was to his ceiling. So been unreal. So awesome to see. So TJ Friedl again tonight, 2 big hits, a solo shot, 2 runs scored, draws another walk, keeps it going, putting that all-star resume together. I have to think that Dave Roberts is pretty well aware of what he's doing and is going to have to put him as an all-star reserve when it comes to that point as well. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and roll out of here with the Cincinnati Reds getting another big win as we celebrate. Are you guys going to pop champagne tonight? You guys got a cigar you're looking forward to celebrating with tonight? I don't know. Maybe you quit drinking and you drink club soda. Whatever you want to do to celebrate being Ohio Cup champs, I sign off on it as long as it's done safely. So the Cincinnati Reds are victors tonight over the Cleveland Guardians, 7-4. The Reds 7 runs on 16 hits, 1 error. Nikita, I like that. That's really funny. Carrie having some wine. I love it. The Cleveland Guardians 4 runs on 7 hits, 3 errors. Your winning pitcher tonight is Wade Miley for getting his first win of the year. He is now 1-0. The Guardians losing pitcher is Luis L. Ortiz. He is now 3-7. And Emilio Pagan picks up his 16th save of the year. And tomorrow we have a shot at a 5-game win streak. And who better to be on the hill right now than Andrew Abbott? Andrew Abbott will take the hill for the Reds. He is 5-1 with a 2.18 ERA. He'll be going against the Guardians' Slade Sassoni, who is 1-2 with a 4.87 ERA. First pitch will be at 6:40, so I'll be on shortly after the game again. Everyone, thank you so much for having a fun night with us tonight. What a great night to be a Reds fan. I'm so happy I got to celebrate with you guys. Be sure to check out Jeff and Steve on Locked on Reds as well on this channel. I know they're going to have a lot of fun from their shows as well. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful evening. I will see you tomorrow. Let's keep it going. Let's go Reds.